You know that feeling when you dig into your raised bed expecting to see healthy squirming earthworms, but instead find nothing but lifeless soil? Last month, Sarah from our Plant Place community sent me photos of her raised beds. She'd spent hundreds of dollars on premium soil, installed perfect drainage, and followed every gardening guide to the letter. Yet her plants were struggling, and when we investigated deeper, we discovered the real problem. Her earthworm population had completely disappeared. This isn't an isolated case. After working with thousands of gardeners over the years, I've noticed a disturbing pattern. Many raised bed enthusiasts are unknowingly creating earthworm graveyards instead of thriving ecosystems. The worst part? These mistakes are so common that most gardeners don't even realize they're making them until it's too late. Here's what makes this particularly heartbreaking. Earthworms are the ultimate garden allies. A single earthworm can process its own body weight in organic matter daily, creating nutrient-rich castings that plants absolutely love. They're living soil aerators, creating channels that allow water and nutrients to reach plant roots more effectively. When you lose your earthworm population, you're not just losing soil health, you're losing the foundation of a productive garden. Today, we're diving deep into the 6 critical mistakes that are silently killing earthworms in raised beds across the country. More importantly, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix each one, starting right now. Mistake 1. Creating a waterlogged death trap. The number one earthworm killer in raised beds isn't what most people expect. It's poor drainage combined with overwatering. Earthworms need oxygen to survive, and when soil becomes waterlogged, they essentially drown. This happens more frequently in raised beds than ground-level gardens because many gardeners assume raised beds automatically drain well. The reality is different. Many raised bed soils become compacted over time, especially those filled with heavy potting mixes or clay-based soils. When you add frequent watering to compacted soil, you create an anaerobic environment where earthworms cannot survive. The solution starts with proper soil composition. Your raised bed soil should contain at least 30% coarse organic matter like aged compost, leaf mold, or well-rotted manure. This creates air pockets that allow excess water to drain while maintaining the moisture earthworms need. Additionally, install proper drainage at the bottom of your beds using coarse gravel or drainage tiles. Test your drainage by digging a hole 12 inches deep and filling it with water. If water remains after 24 hours, your drainage needs improvement. Add more coarse organic matter and consider installing French drains if the problem persists. Mistake 2. Chemical fertilizer poisoning. Synthetic fertilizers are earthworm poison, plain and simple. These high salt concentrations burn earthworm skin on contact and destroy the beneficial microorganisms they depend on for food. Many gardeners unknowingly apply granular fertilizers that create toxic hotspots throughout their raised beds. The transition away from synthetic fertilizers requires patience but delivers remarkable results. Begin by stopping all synthetic fertilizer applications immediately. Replace them with organic alternatives like fish emulsion, kelp meal, and bone meal, but apply these sparingly and always water them in thoroughly. The most effective approach is building soil fertility through organic matter additions rather than quick-fix fertilizers. Earthworms will process this organic matter into slow-release nutrients that plants can access throughout the growing season. This creates a self-sustaining fertility cycle that becomes more productive each year. Mistake 3. Pesticide contamination. Even organic pesticides can devastate earthworm populations when misapplied. Copper-based fungicides, commonly used in organic gardening, are particularly toxic to earthworms. Many gardeners apply these treatments without considering their impact on soil life. The key is integrated pest management that prioritizes biological controls over chemical interventions. Encourage beneficial insects through diverse plantings and provide habitat for natural predators. When you must use pesticides, choose the most selective options and apply them only to affected plants, never as broad soil treatments. Neem oil and insecticidal soaps, while organic, should be used judiciously and never applied to soil surfaces where earthworms might encounter them directly. Always read labels carefully and consider the impact on soil organisms before applying any treatment. Mistake number 4 is soil temperature extremes. Raised beds, tend to experience more dramatic temperature swings than ground-level gardens, and those extreme temperatures can kill earthworms pretty quickly. Surface temperatures above 85 degrees Fahrenheit or below freezing will drive earthworms deeper, or honestly, kill them outright. Mulching is your primary defense against these temperature extremes. So, apply a thick layer of organic mulch like shredded leaves, straw, or wood chips to help insulate the soil surface. This not only moderates temperature swings but also provides food for earthworms as it breaks down. In extremely hot climates, you might want to consider shade cloth during those peak summer months. And in colder regions, add extra mulch before winter, and maybe even cover your beds with row covers during extreme cold snaps. Mistake number 5 is pH disasters. Earthworms really thrive in slightly acidic to neutral soil, with a pH between 6 and 7. Extreme pH levels, either too acidic or too alkaline, can create hostile environments that earthworms just can't tolerate. Many raised bed soils actually become too alkaline from concrete leaching out of nearby foundations, or too acidic if you use a lot of organic matter like pine needles. Regular pH testing is honestly essential. Test your soil pH twice yearly using a reliable digital meter. If your pH is too high, add some organic sulfur or acidic organic matter like coffee grounds. If it's too low, add lime, but do it gradually over several seasons to avoid shocking your soil ecosystem. Mistake number 6 is disturbing their underground cities. Excessive tilling and digging actually destroys earthworm tunnels and can kill earthworms directly. A lot of raised bed gardeners think they need to turn their soil regularly, but this practice can devastate soil structure and earthworm populations. Instead, adopt no-till practices by adding organic matter right to the soil surface and letting earthworms incorporate it naturally. When you do have to dig, do it carefully and only when it's really necessary. Plant establishment and major soil amendments are pretty much the only times deep digging should take place. The transformation in your raised beds will be honestly remarkable once you eliminate these earthworm-killing mistakes. Your soil will become more fertile, better structured, and more resilient with each passing season. Ready to create earthworm paradise in your raised beds? Subscribe to Plant Place for more soil health secrets, and share this guide with fellow gardeners who need to save their earthworm populations. Your garden's underground allies are counting on it.